Everybody, my name is Jessica Limpert. I am the founder of the Lux Tribe. I'm really excited to be here with my success partners, Nikki and Megan, and we want to share with you guys on how to get started right as a coach. Learn the basics, and really, what are you supposed to be doing every single day so that this doesn't just become a discount for you or a hobby, it becomes potentially a part-time or full-time income. I know I personally have seen a huge growth in my business in the past few months of simply just doing what I was supposed to be doing for years. And I want to share that with you guys and help you kind of grow. So the most important thing when it comes to Beachbody, there are 4 vital behaviors. And number 1, in my opinion, is you need to be a product of the product. So what does that mean? So as a raise of hands, is everybody drinking Shakeology? Yes. Okay, good. Everyone's shaking their heads. That's awesome. So a product of the product is using these products, Shakeology, the workouts, Energize, the beach bars, the performance line, being a product of the product, using the product, seeing how they affect your body, seeing how your body thrives in that new environment, and sharing it. So you can't just go out there and sell a car without knowing what that car feels like. And that's the same thing when it comes to our own bodies. If our bodies aren't experiencing these products, we don't believe in the products, if our bodies are not thriving in these environments, then why would you move forward with something, right? We want you to experience that and actually use that so it helps you when you're sharing this opportunity with somebody else. So you should always be on Shakeology HD. It's going to help you in other terms later. So Home Direct is HD. So make sure your accounts are set to that so that you are not missing one single day. And with that said, I want to tell you, in my own personal experience, I've been on and off Shakeology for years. And there is a huge difference when you stop Shakeology. There's a huge difference when you start Shakeology. There's that transition period that your body goes to this new environment of thriving and you start performing at your optimal performance. And then if you should stop it, like I had at one point, and I can't even give you a reason why, I thought maybe it was a little expensive or whatever it may be, you notice a huge difference. My IBS symptoms came back, my stomach cramped. There was a lot of issues that came back to me because my body wasn't getting those nutrients. So I personally was able to experience that. And that's something that I can tell somebody when I'm sharing this opportunity. Hey, if you have digestive issues, let me tell you about mine and how they got fixed by simply incorporating this every single day. I couldn't read that off of a piece of paper and share that with somebody if I didn't personally experience that. Does that make sense? We got to kind of go through the system. Same thing with Energize. This is my coffee. I don't drink coffee really anymore. If I go for coffee, it's because I want to be like, hey, Starbucks, like post opportunity. Honestly, I don't drink Starbucks or coffee for the energy anymore. I drink it because I want the taste of coffee. I get a crash with coffee. With Energize, I don't. It wakes me up. It gets me going. I'm way nicer at work. My patients like me more. And I don't get that crash around 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the morning. And I give a lot of props to Energize for that. And again, that's because I've learned enough about that and I've become a product of the product and pushed myself into experiencing it. The second half of being a product of the product is getting into a workout and starting it and completing it. So a lot of us start and stop, or maybe we do the challenge du jour, which is totally fine. But to be a great representative of a Beachbody coach, we need to see transformations. We need to see before and after. We need to see that the coaches are committing and completing programs. Because if our coaches aren't doing them, why would we do them, right? And how are we supposed to be passing on these opportunities that Lift4 works, or that Core2Force helped me lose 80 pounds, which it did, or that 21-day fix is a 3-week program that people can do even with injuries and still get incredible results. And it was our #1 program. So without us going through these programs, understanding what the moves entail, who can do them, what restrictions you might need to do, and what modifications you can offer your clients, almost said patients, you can't do that, right? You need to know the experience. You got to have that experience. So being a product of the product is Shakeology, a product, using it every single day, and getting up and pressing play. It's not that hard. You can use your phones, the computers, the TV, whatever you may have when it comes to BOD. Download that app if you don't have it already. And for our new coaches, if you didn't know, you can actually download up to 7 workouts onto your phone device. And then when you go hiking or if you're out camping and you still want to stay on plan, you don't need Wi-Fi because you downloaded them. And you can still stay on plan even on your vacations, which is a really cool thing. And I don't think a lot of people know about that. So that's awesome. So that's our number one. That's our number one vital of being a Beachbody coach, is being a product of the product. I'm pretty confident that the 6 of us on right now are totally products of the products, or we wouldn't be here today. So keep that going, and remember that that's the most crucial thing to be as a Beachbody coach. It's not changing your HD and skipping a day. It's, I don't care if you ate McDonald's today and you ate pizza after that and then you went and got Dairy Queen. Drink the Shakeology because it's not that I'm pushing another meal on you. I'm pushing the supplements. I'm pushing the vitamins. I'm pushing the minerals. I'm pushing the antioxidants. I want you to keep that feeling that is making me personally thrive and making me talk a million miles a minute. So that's number one. Number 2 is you need to work on your mind. And I'm really excited because I saw Audrey post today in my challenge group. She got a new personal development book. So personal development is our second vital. And for me, when I first started, I was like, what the heck is personal development? I don't got time for that. It ain't going to happen. And for about a year and a half, I didn't touch a book. I bought them. I didn't touch them. So I have a beautiful library. But it took me until I started to read these books and actually be able to say, oh my gosh, like that's speaking to me right now. That's going to help me talk to this client or this next prospect. This is going to help me get through my workout. Or this girl who wrote this book, she understands what I'm going through right now, and I'm not alone. And a lot of times these PD books, they truly just blow your mind. And I highly, highly recommend everybody get on something right now. You will, at any one given moment, as a Beachbody coach, talk to another coach. We will talk about the 10X rule. That is number one. Everything we do, we say, you got to do it 10X. And it took me a long time to realize, what is 10X? And then I realized, okay, there's a book. I need to go read it and find out what is this 10X thing that everybody's talking about and that's growing their business. Audrey, I was really excited to see that you bought You Are a Badass. That's another really great book. I actually have them here. I have that one here. So this would be one of my top recommendations, You Are a Badass. Me personally, I am working on these 2. And this is the one my challenge group is reading, some of them. And honestly, you can't go wrong. You can read a book about Tim Tebow. In fact, my husband, who is also a coach, that's the kind of PD he likes to read. We listen and we read a book. So we use Audible as well. It's a $14.95 program on Amazon, and you can download books monthly and listen to them in your car drive or whatever you may be doing. And for him, I can't remember the name of it, but it was the Shoe Dog. Sorry, he's sitting right here. Shoe Dog, the Nike book. And they're like, Ramon. That like changed his mind. He read, and so did I, we listened to The Miracle Morning. That is a huge, incredible book, and that changed our lives 110%. It helped us get up in the morning. It helped us get our morning strategized so that we could thrive and not waste an hour before work, but yet get a bazillion things done. So PD is crucial. And as you grow within the company, especially this month, which I think Audrey also, I'm sorry, I keep putting her out. She's one of my veteran coaches who's been in my challenge group. You're going to be really excited to know that the Success Prize, which we'll get into that later, this month is our Rachel Hollis. She is going to be doing a personal development webinar for all the coaches in Beachbody who hit Success Club 5 this month. Things like that, trust me, we can't afford on our own, are perks of why we do what we do. So please, at the end of this call, talk to your coach and find out what book you should be reading or what may be speaking to you soon, and let us know what you choose, because I really would like to see everybody get something. And then, of course, you share it with other people. There's experiences to be had in these books. Okay. And the last 2 vitals, not to be rushed over, but are super important. Invite. So if you don't invite to this opportunity, if you don't invite people to join you, if you don't invite people to your birthday party, nobody's coming, right? So without those invitations, you're not growing. And we need to be inviting people every single day to the opportunity of joining your challenge group or the opportunity of becoming a coach, in both. And that's what we have to look at this as. It's not a sales technique. We're not just selling things. Because if I were, I wouldn't be having people on this call right now. I'm not only giving people the opportunity to purchase the items that I need them to have for me to coach them, but I'm also giving them the opportunity to take advantage of their life and make this a business in their own way. And that's what we have to look at this as, that it's not sales, it's an opportunity that, yes, you have to purchase, but it's the same thing as you purchase everything in this world. But when it comes to our own bodies, we're not investing. So when we invest, we grow. And so the most important thing is you want to reach out to about 3 people a day, 3 to 5 people a day minimum, whether it's starting new conversations or whatnot, and Nikki will get into this. You need to reach out to them because you're growing your market, you're growing your fan base, you're growing the people who are going to see what you're doing and want to join you. Hi, Delaney. Hi. I'm like a bird. I get distracted. And the very last thing is recognize. The recognition is huge. Whether this is recognizing your husband for shopping with you or jumping on board as being a coach, or maybe it's your daughters for working out with you today, or your girlfriend who showed up when you know she's had a really, really rough day, or your challengers or your girlfriends or anybody that's on your team, and you want to just be like, hey girl, you did great. Like that goes so far. I know me personally, like you can send me gifts and I'm going to be grateful. But if you tell me like, hey, you inspired me today, I'm going to cry. Like that just makes me like, okay, I'm going to get off the couch and I'm going to go work out, or I'm going to go do something better for myself. Recognition is key. And Beachbody really wants us to push that into why we have that as a 4th vital of our company. And it's actually fairly new over the past year. Recognition pushes people to remember that they are important and that what they've done today doesn't go unrecognized, and that even though you think showing up today was for you, you actually inspired somebody else, and that recognition really went very far. So I hope that wasn't too fast. I don't want to keep you on so long, but those are our 4 vitals, and they are the most important things. And just to recap, we want to be a product of the product. We want to read PD. We want to invite as much as possible, even if you feel like, girl, like I just started my journey. I don't care. I got 50 more pounds to lose. I'm still inviting, okay? I'm still making it work. And you need to recognize. So go ahead and recognize whoever you possibly can, because you're going to make somebody's day, and that's going to go way further than you buying them a Starbucks drive-thru, which you ain't going anymore because you got some. All right. So with that said, I'm going to pass it on to Nikki.
Hey, ladies. I wanted to talk a little bit about the business tracker and finding your people. So first of all, I'm Nikki. I am the leader of Team Believe, and I've been a coach for about a year and a half. And one thing about the business tracker is I didn't do this in the beginning. I had a very large warm market, which is people that I know, my salon, like my clients and everything. So I didn't feel like I needed that because it seemed fairly easy. I would talk to somebody face to face and they would join me. So when I started to run out of my warm market, I started to see a huge slow in my business. So that's when I started picking up the business tracker. And when I started doing this, I was really able to see where I was lacking. I needed new eyes on my page. I needed new conversations going. I needed new friends. So, and new people to talk to invite. So I really suggest, I put some links in our chat thread. So I suggest printing one out. And like Jess said, doing 3 to 5 people on each of these things. So we have adding new friends, add 3 to 5 friends a day, starting new conversations. So it could be with followers you already have, or you can find new people and start starting conversations that way. Invite to your challenge group. If you guys aren't running challenge groups, I would say start right away. I don't care if your mom or your husband are the only ones in there. Start a challenge group so you have something to invite people to. Follow-up is such a huge thing too. You want to, the people you're starting new conversations with, follow up with them, see how they're doing. People you've invited to challenge groups, follow up and see if they're interested now or if they want to try to start later. So And then also on your business tracker is making sure you post your workouts, read your personal development, like Jess was talking about, and just kind of so you can keep track of all of it. And then you can see where you need to maybe grow. And so now I want to switch to finding people, because that's kind of when I like ran out of my warm market. I was like, where do I even find people to invite? Like, I don't even know how to do this. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys real quick, hopefully. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know. Okay. Can you guys see that? Okay. So when you're in your Instagram, go to the search, and you can search people, tags, and places, right? So first of all, I go to tags. I have written down some things that kind of represent me. So I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a lab mom, I have a lab dog. I'm a hairstylist, Hashimoto's fighter, anxiety overcomer, just things about me. So you can type in this bar. So there's a whole bunch of Hashimoto's things you can go to, and it brings up everybody who is hashtagged Hashimoto's. And I can go to their page and see what they like, what they're doing, and then I can add them. And not necessarily will they add me back, but maybe they'll check out my page and see that I've lost some weight, or that I have been fighting my Hashimoto's and taking on, that challenge and everything. So I can add them that way and maybe get a follow back. I can go to her picture, like it, and then I can just kind of comment and say, I don't know, cute hat or whatever, to start a conversation with her. So that's one way. I also like to go to places and type in stuff near me, like the Denver Zoo. And I can see a bunch of people on here that have hashtag Denver Zoo. So they live near me, and I can go and follow them. I can, try to start new conversations with them that way too. Another way to add people is to, let's see. I'll do it on Instagram. So I just read that book, Girl Wash Your Face, and I loved her. What is her name? There it is. So I go to her followers, and I go in here. These are people that we have a shared interest. We both like that book. So I will go and look, and if they have a private page, I don't like talk to them, because they want to stay private. But I find somebody that has a non-private page, hopefully somebody in here. Yeah. And then I'll follow her and maybe comment on her picture. So that's just ways to kind of grow your following, start new conversations. And you can do all of that on Facebook too. Like, I go to my husband's page sometimes and follow his friends that we have in common, or we have friends in common. So I follow them and get people to follow me. They like a picture of mine, and then I go and start a new conversation with them. So, sorry, I went through that really fast, but that's pretty much all I have, I think. So hold on, let me stop sharing. But that's pretty much what I do to get my bat filled out throughout the day. And I do it every single day now, instead of, when I want to or when I feel like it, because you have to build that momentum, because the more you do this, the more likes you get on your pictures, the more followers you get, the more eyes, and the more people you can help. So with that, I will give it over to Megan.
Hello. So I'm going to apologize first because my kids are here and they're a little crazy this morning. One of them just took a big spill. So sorry if they come in screaming. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Megan Pappas. I've been a coach for about 2 years now. A little bit about my background. I have 2 kids, one that's 2, one that's 5. I've been married for about 6 years. And I also have a full-time job outside of the home. I work in the state of California as an emergency services coordinator. So basically, every single disaster that you see in California, I respond to. So those days are anywhere between 12 to 14-hour days. And it's hard, but it's not stopped me on my journey. I'm busy from the moment I wake up at 4:30 in the morning until I go to bed at 10:30 at night. So I'm literally go, 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 go all day long. I wear multiple hats. I'm a full-time mom outside of the home. I'm a full-time mom when I get home. I'm a Beachbody coach as well. And one of the biggest things that I hear a lot is I don't have the time to do Beachbody. And I will tell you, I'm the product of the product. If you want to help people, you'll find the time, because I literally, my day is nonstop. Sorry, here they come. Here they come. My day. Okay, thank you. My day, the way I work Beachbody in is I plan ahead. I have a planner. I like to write things down. I plan out my posts that I'm going to be doing. So if I want to talk one day about coaching, if I want to do one day about maybe a Woman Crush Wednesday, if I want to do one day where maybe it's a shout out, maybe I want to share a recipe, I plan out my entire week. So it's not guessing of what I'm going to post or what I'm going to talk about or what I'm going to do. That helps me a lot. Also, something else that I do is I use my notes in my phone, and I'll write out some of my posts that I want to do on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll go through and write up what I want to, and I'll save it in my notes for a later time. So when I am driving and picking up one kid from one daycare and another kid from another daycare, when I'm getting back in the car, if I can post real quick and get that, because showing up every day is something, as Jess said, being a product of the product and showing up every day. When you do that, it's going to attract people more, because they're seeing that you, as maybe whatever your career path is, or whatever, or if you are a mom or anything else, that you're able to do this, which shows them that they are. I can't tell you how many times I've had women reach out to me saying, and I just posted about this the other day, how do you do it? Like, I don't have any time to take care of myself. And I was that same way 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I said, I have 0 time. I only can be a mom and a wife, and I work outside of the home. I have 0 time to take on another business or anything. So I signed up strictly for the discount, because one day I said, I'm done not taking care of myself. And so I said, I'm putting me first, because my family always will come first. But if I don't start taking care of myself, my family is going to not reap the benefits of me not feeling good about me. So from that day on, I decided to take back my life and my health. And it not only has helped me, but it's also helped my family learn the appropriate ways to take care of yourself and what it's like to be happy. So another thing is scheduling my workouts. If I don't schedule my workouts, I won't get it done. When I get home, I don't know how many of you have kids or work out of the home or anything else. When I get home at 5 o'clock, I am cooking dinner, giving baths, reading stories, putting kids to bed. And by 8:30 at night, I'm exhausted and just want to go to bed. And the last thing I want to do is work out. So I've learned scheduling my workouts in the morning. Sorry. It's Sunday here in Papa's house. The scheduling my workouts in the morning is what has helped me a lot, because I really needed to have those workouts scheduled so I'm not giving up on me, because at one point I kind of lost sight of the reason I started this journey, and it was for me. And being a product of the product is one of the top things in my eyes, because that is what has helped me build my business. Just showing that I'm showing up every day, showing that the products actually work, and showing that it's possible to actually make an income and change other people's lives with this opportunity. But that's, I mean, I know you guys may have, I don't know, do any of you guys have any questions about anything that we've talked about today? I know it's kind of the Reader's Digest version for a lot of these things, but we didn't want to keep you guys on all day. So does anybody have questions about things that they can do to possibly help their business, or things they're struggling with? Sorry.
And you guys can just unmute yourself.
Yeah. No questions?
You know what? Actually, if we don't have questions, if you don't mind, I'm going to share my screen real quick, because since a lot of us who will be watching this recording as well want to be builders in the business, I just want to show you what we're talking about when it comes to being Emerald. Is that cool? I know we only have a few minutes left of this chat anyhow, so let me just share my screen. Okay, let me move all this. Okay, let's see. So when we talk about being Emerald, what we're talking about is you are the coach, so you're at the top of your company. You're the CEO, but you can't run a business without having people work with you, right? So what you need is the first step of growing in our business is becoming what we call Emerald. And it's like just your first leader or your first ladder rank. So what you want to look into is finding those two people who are going to work this business with you, and your coach will help you making sure that you are getting them under you successfully in the right spots. Because as you grow, becoming Emerald doesn't just mean you're going to get a shout out on Thursday, which Thursdays are paid weekly, just so you guys know. But you're also going to start being eligible for a team cycle bonus based on volume that's grown underneath you. That's going to help you put more money in your pocket. And in fact, as an Emerald, every time you receive a bonus, and this is something we'll go into at a later date, our bonuses start at $14 every time it cycles. And so what I mean by that is based on your volume, you can earn thousands of dollars a week, and it is done by our friends in this company by simply having volume below you, which means having new customers and signing people to join you as coaches. And as Emerald, you start out at a cycle $14. That alone is going to pay for almost your business fee. So keep in mind how incredible it is simply to cycle once a month. As Diamond, as you grow in the business, you go from Emerald to Ruby to Diamond and beyond. Ruby, you will earn $16 every time you cycle, and Diamonds earn $18 as you cycle. And you cap out at a certain amount, and that's why it's important for you to grow in the business and grow and add people and invite people into joining you, because that's only going to help you put more money in your pocket, but that also means that you're helping that many more people in the company, not in the company, in the world, because they're signing up with you and they're joining you. So I just wanted to give you a couple little visuals as far as that goes, because I feel like when you see what we're talking about, you're able to understand, what am I talking about when it comes to Thursday shout outs, and you're seeing people say, oh, I'm Emerald today. And that's a pretty incredible thing. On top of being Emerald and also helping 3 new people every month get started with a bundle, I call them bundles, or challenge packs, which means your Shakeology and the fitness or the 2B mindset, you are earning points that you are rewarded gifts. And for the other day, like we got, Beachbody sent us really nice umbrellas. I've received backpacks. I've received the entire P90X system. Like, Beachbody will reward you for simply showing up and helping people get started, and that's really incredible. But on top of that, once you help those 3 new people and you're Emerald and you're on your Shakeology, you will also start getting customers that you never even looked for, because they are people who sign up and order things on TV, online, not through a coach, and they need a coach. So Beachbody will assign you these prospective clients, and then it will be up to you to help them get started on their business and maybe get them started with Shakeology, because a lot of times people will sign up with just the free trial, but you have the opportunity to really help them experience Beachbody to its fullest effect. And as you grow and help more and more people every month, eventually you get to the point of earning new coaches who you never met and never found as a prospect, but they signed up on their own through the internet, through just the Beachbody website, and they wanted to be a coach and they needed somebody to teach them, and they got assigned to you. So there's a lot of perks to why we say inviting is so incredibly important and really where to go from there. And then move this real quick because I know we're going to end. But once again, just in case you didn't get to write down the notes, the 4 vital behaviors of a Beachbody coach. You're inviting, you're reading your PD, you're being the proof that the products work, and you're recognizing people. And without that, you don't have a business yet. You got to do these 4 things to be considered a successful business person in her own right, because you're doing your own habits that you want to teach other people. And I hope that that makes a little bit more sense for you guys. And we are on a Zoom call, which means we only get 40 minutes to chat with you guys. And so I would love to end the recording here.